How many are there? Baruch Hashem, they should all stay past I got them Berachos. No announcements. All right, good vach.
Gary.
So I'll read two quick emails. This one is the older one. All right. Firstly, Shalom Abracha. First, I would like to thank you for the 8-minute daf and for the full shir. As a brand new Daf Yomi Magid shir, listening to your shir has definitely enhanced my preparation and delivery by teaching me what to concentrate more on. Just one example. I was wondering if your charts are available for download or email, and of course, how much would it cost? It's free. You could have it. The more Torah, the better. And I believe it's on the app. We have close to 700 app downloads, and it's on there, and it's free. I believe it would make a big difference, both for me personally and my chabura generally. Looking forward to hearing from you. I'm sorry I'm so late. This guy wrote it January 16th. Okay. Yeratzin Shenitzke L'Hagdil Torah L'Adira. Bracha Tzlacha, Rabbi Daniel Binsky. Kilas Mareshes Yaakov. We have here, also spotted in an airport, this guy is learning the 8-minute daf. This guy is learning Daf Yomi. This guy also, 8-minute daf. All right. Was noch do we have? Oh, and one more. This is from Alan Rabinowitz. I think as I'm enjoying now. I really look forward to the shir every morning, Eastern time, and I do chazar during the day with the full shir and the 8-minute shir. What is going on here? You read this hadairas. Bizly. Noira v'ayim. Things are getting desperate. I'm thankful to my son-in-law for introducing me to Reb Eli. I don't know who his son-in-law is. I was privileged to be in RBS over Sukkot while visiting my kids and grandkids. I think I know who this guy is. I actually came to the live shiurim. In Mr. Hashem, I hope to be in RBS at least twice more this year, and I eagerly await being in the live shir in the new building. Although it looks like I would have to sit in the bleachers as the oilam is full, Baruch Hashem. Keep up this amazing shir atmosphere. It's definitely contagious. Kol Tuv. Alan Rabinowitz. All right. And now moving on to the shir. Eli, it's good to see you. You drove in? I thought you were here for Shabbos or something. It's good to see you. All right, so we're holding Daf Chav Beis, and today we're starting from Daf Chav Aleph, Amid Beis on the bottom. 6 lines from the bottom. Tanan. Today's shir is Lilu Nishmas Nachman ben Chaim. Fix. Tanan. Zov Shira Keri. So we're discussing Keri, right? The Mishnah is talking about Keri. Now we're discussing 3 cases that in addition to the Keri, there's some other Tumah going on here. 2 of them are similar, 1 of them is different. Zav, Shira, Keri. So Zav we know, Ziva is not Keri at all. It's a different type of emission, like we learned in Nida. And if a person is a Zav and a Zav Gamor, he is Tomei for 7 days. During those 7 days, he sees Keri. Keri, you can go to the Mikveh right away, and you're done, basically. But if you're a Zav, it doesn't help to go to the Mikveh. V'nida shepolta shechva zera. Anida was tamei for 7 days, and she had relations, so she was poilet shechva zera. So now on top of her nida, she's also a balas keri, so to speak, tumas keri. And now the third case is a little different. Hamishameshes. So as soon as there was tashmish, she becomes tamei through keri. And then vira sodam, after she's a balas keri, she became Tomei Nida. So there's a difference, as the Gemara is going to explain. All these people, Tzrichin, Tefillah, they require Tefillah for Torah. We're talking about learning Torah now. Saying Psukim, saying Kriya Shema, learning Torah. Rabbi Yehuda, Poiter. Now, if you remember in the Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda in the Mishnah says, we'll read it, because it's important to see later on. The Mishnah Daf Chaf Amid Beis says that a person who's a Balkari, how does he say Kriya Shema? Maharer beliboy. He thinks it in his head, but the brachas he doesn't say at all, not even Behir. And Birkas Hamazon, he says Birkas Hamazon in his heart, but not the first bracha. Then he goes along and he says, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Mivarech lifneihem ulachareim. So when we learned the Mishnah, we explained, like the Rishonim explained over there, that Rabbi Yehuda holds that you have to say everything out loud. Kriya Shema, the Berachos, everything. Okay. So now comes along Rabbi Yehuda and he says, Poiter, you don't have to go to the mikveh. But that's, says the Gemara was going to ask like this. Only in these three special cases where a person has additional tumah to the carry. You're talking about a man who's a zav plus he's a carry, so he doesn't go to the mikveh. Because what good is it to go to the mikveh? Anyways, he can't go to the mikveh for 7 days. So he's going to go to the mikveh. He's still tamei. Says Rabbi Yehuda, in that case, you don't have to go to the mikveh. You could still say Kriya Shema. You could still say anything you want without going to the mikveh. Carry. In that case, where he was a zav, he already had tumah, and then he became a carry, so he added a little bit tumah, but it doesn't make a difference. Anyways, he can't go to the mikveh. About carry greda. What about the case in our Mishnah? It would seem like the case in the Mishnah where he's just about carry, mechayev. In that case, he should go to the mikveh. Where do we understand pshat in our Mishnah that if he's just about carry with no other tumah, he could just say Shema without going to the mikveh? From the fact that Rabbi Yehuda argues in these three cases where there's an additional tumah, and only in these three cases he says the person is parted from going to the mikveh, mashma that if there's less tumah, he's mechuyev to go to the mikveh. Why? Because it makes a difference if you go to the mikveh. If there's less tumah, it makes the difference. I go to the mikveh and now I'm not tamei anymore. So why shouldn't he go to the mikveh? He only says in a case where it doesn't make any difference, where the person is a zav anyways. And what good is his mikveh? Yes, it will remove a little bit of the carry maybe, but it won't take care of the rest of the tumas. In that case, Rabbi Yehuda says, don't go to the mikveh. Says the Gemara,
Why wouldn't he go to the mikveh so he could take Torah again?
Because he's tamei anyways.
Sorry?
He's tamei anyways. He's a zav.
So it doesn't take care of himself. It takes care of him being a Balkari.
Okay, we'll see. But Lamaisi says in that case you're potter, right?
Right.
Mashma, then in another case you'd be chayiv. Maybe you'll say that in a regular case where he's about carry, like in the Mishnah Daf Chafam and Beis, just about carry, no other tumah. In that case, Rabbi Yehuda also says he's potter from going to the mikveh. And why is he mechulik in these three cases? Like the Rabbanon, that they say that you need to go, you have to be toivel, even though, like you were saying, you should go to the mikveh at least to remove the carry part. Ema seifa. So if you tell me this whole mission is only going according to Rabbanon to tell us how strong Rabbanon hold, so what about the seifa? What about the last case? First, she became tamei through carry, and then she saw dam tzricha tvila. L'man katani lo. Who does this go according to? Ilay Rabbanon pshita. There's no need for this case. Hashta. Umazav shara carry dimikar la bar tfilahu. If a person who's a zav, he has to go to the mikveh anyways in 7 days, so you add a little bit of a carry to him. It does nothing. Nevertheless, mechayver rabbanon. So you have to go to the mikveh at least to remove that little bit of a carry. Certainly, if the carry tumah came first, for sure she should go to the mikveh. So what's the chiddush? Elalav, we have to say that the whole chiddush is Rabbi Yehuda. And Rabbi Yehuda is saying that what? Mishameshes v'rasonida einot tzricha tefila. Ava bakari greda mechayev. You see from our Mishnah that if a person is a balkari by himself, Rabbi Yehuda is mechayev to go to the mikveh. How does that work out with the Mishnah of Chafam and Beis that says if a person is balkari, Rabbi Yehuda says you can just talk in Torah, say Kriya Shema, don't worry about mikveh. Says the Gemara, so we have to fix the Mishnah a little bit. Understand it a little differently. It's not such a doichak. If you look at the Mishnah, it's not such a doichak. Because the takana, like we saw a second ago, says a Baal Keri should think Kriya Shema in his heart and not even think about Berachos. Comes Rabbi Yehuda and he says, Rabbi Yehuda, he doesn't mean he should physically say a bracha with his mouth. He's just arguing the Tanakama that says you shouldn't even think of bracha. Says Rabbi Yehuda, you should think the bracha. But he's talking about thinking and he's not talking about saying it out loud. That's how the Gemara understands right now. We're going to go away from that. But even this terrace is not as big as the doichak as you might think. Since you disturbed me in my bracha, I'm not answering you. Okay, what? No, what are you saying?
Is this talking about a woman who wants to learn Torah, that if she experiences
Yes,
all this?
yes.
This is or Berachos, right?
Yeah, or Berachos Hamazon, the first bracha, Hamoitzi, yeah, Kriya Shema, all these things. All right, so we're holding Daf Chav Beis Amud Aleph. 3 lines down. So you're telling me that the Pshat in Rabbi Yehuda is that he holds you could think about a bracha in your head, whereas the takana says you shouldn't think about brachas. They're not the eraisa. Anything that's not the eraisa, you don't have to think in your head. Rabbi Yehuda, Hirur, does he hold of the whole concept of thinking in your head? If a Balkari doesn't have the ability to go into the mikveh, he reads Kriya Shema, he shouldn't make any brachas. Because we had a whole machlokes of the biggest Kriya Shema, the eraisa, the Rabbanon, is Kriya Shema the eraisa, the Rabbanon. This is going that the brachas is not the eraisa. But you have to make Berachos Hamazon because that's the eraisa. Everybody agrees Bathtubs is the eraisa. But the first bracha is not. Avol maharer beliboy ve'eni moitzi b'svasav. The Remeir explains this whole thing that we just said. That all these brachas that you're making are all in your heart. Rabbi Yehuda doesn't agree to the whole concept of hirur. He says, say it out loud, say it with your mouth. So Mela, why are you telling me that our Mishnah is talking about hirur? Rabbi Yehuda holds that you should be mahar in your head. Omer Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, comes Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak and says, Ason Rabbi Yehuda kilchas derech eretz. We're going to see soon. We have 7 shittas in the Gemara. What a Balkari could do and can't do. One of the shittas is Rabbi Yehuda himself. Rabbi Yehuda holds that a Balkari can learn. There's a whole machlokes from not learning anything at all, from not being able to go into Beis Medrash of a Balkari, all the way they can learn everything, and there's in between. One of the shittas is Rabbi Yehuda holds you shouldn't learn regular things. You should learn hilchas. You could learn hilchas derech eretz. Hilchas derech eretz. You look. It's in Shas somewhere. It's similar to avos. It starts off with arayis, and then it tells you all sorts of things like in avos, sort of. Person gets insulted, don't answer back. Halachas like that. So that you're allowed to learn when you're a Balkari. Memela, says the Gemara, Rabbi Yehuda said that the brachas that we are talking about in the Mishnah, Kriya Shema, those kind of brachas, they're easier. It's like they're abanon. It's like hilchas derech eretz. Derech eretz a Balkari could read. The sanyo v'yidatem levonecha v'levnei vonecha uchsiv basrei yoyim asher omato lefnei Hashem lekecha b'choyrev ma lahalom be'ema u'v'yira u'v'reses u'v'ziyah. This is amazing. It says that just like Matan Torah was given be'ema, with fear, u'v'yira. What's going on here? Bereses u'v'zeyah, Rabbi Isai. Just like Matan Torah was given with fear and trepidation, trembling, and whatever the other word is. Bezeya means fear, I think. Avkam be'emo be'yiro bereses bezeya. When you learn Torah, no cell phones. Bereses bezeya. Zeya does not mean sweating. That's what it means to you, but over here it means what? It means to vibrate, to tremble. It means to tremble. Mikan Amru, so Memela what? When you learn Torah, you have to be in a state of mind of Kedusha, of Yira. Mikan Amru hazavim v'amitzurayim u'baim al nidos. If somebody is a zav or mitzayra, meaning that his tumah came by itself, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't because he was a let and he was acting b'kalus roish. It happened. Ubal anida by mistake. Mutarim likrois b'Torah b'nevim v'ksuvim. Tanakh is mutar. You're allowed to learn. Lishnois b'mishnah. He's allowed to learn mishnayis u'gemara v'halachis v'hagados. He's allowed to learn all Torah. Why? Because it's not his fault. He's tamei, not his fault. He had mitzvah. Okay, fine. Maybe it is his fault. A little bit. He spoke lashon hara, I guess. I don't know. But right now, the tumah, it didn't come because of an act that he just did, and that caused him his tumah. Ava bali kroim asurim. So, second. So we have like this. It's probably going to be difficult to see from all the way back there. But you have from red to green and everything in between. When you're, I know, because I didn't make this chart. It's your fault. Where's the screen?
Nobody donated it.
Ooh.
Whoever's ready to make donations.
Yeah, we're fine. Up here, we're fine. You're in the back and you're looking for a donate? Okay, fine. I'll go on. Pretend you see this. I'll explain to you. I'll show it to you. According to the Tanakama, it's also to learn all Torah if you're about carry. Why? Because it comes from Kalas Roish. And the Torah was given Beresis Ubezeya Be'emo Be'ira. And according to Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira, everything is mutter. There's zero that's also Torah cannot become Tomei. It's like fire. Fire doesn't accept Tumah. Torah doesn't accept Tumah. I don't care if you're about carry. Learn as much as you want. That's how we basically paskin today, like Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira. About carry can learn Torah. And then you have all these shittas in between. Well, you can learn Mishnayos, but you have to run quickly. You can't go into them. No, you could go into them, but you can't learn Gemara. You could go into Gemara, but you can't learn this. That's what we're going to see right now. So Memela says like this.
Well, I don't know if it's relevant. What about touching the Torah? Tumah.
Yeah, that's also.
So, but
Yeah, we learned somewhere else.
Rabbi Yehuda, you're allowed to do it.
No.
So learning.
No, touching Torah itself that's physical. We're talking about the words of Torah don't accept. Rabbi Yossi Omer. So now we have the first Tana. The first Manda Omer Tanakama says Avabale Kroin Asurim. If a person is about carry, it came from Kalas Roish, she's also the whole list that we just said. Torah, Nevim, Ksuvim, Mishnah, Gemara, Halachas, Agados. Fine. Yossi Omer Shoinu Beregilius. If he says Mishnayos quickly, like Balpeh, just fly through it, great. Or Bevacheli, Etzias Mishnah, as long as he doesn't go deep into it, basically like a Gemara, starting to be done what exactly the Mishnah meant, come up with Svaras. You could go into a Mishnah, but not to Gemara. There's a gears on the side here, Medrash, not Gemara. You could go deeply into Gemara. This is a checkmate, I think, but not really, to one of our viewers who kept on bothering me from England that I shouldn't say HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name when you learn Gemara. Or maybe not, maybe it's a riyatim. But HaKadosh over here it says, no, it could be it's a riyatim. I'll explain to you why. It says that if you're about carry, you read the Gemara, just be careful not to say Hashem's name. In other words, if you're not about carry, you say Hashem's name when you read Gemara. Okay, so maybe he's makbid that everybody's about carry today and everybody has Tumah and we shouldn't say. That maybe that's his var. But in terms of, we're going to get to Tishah Kabin, yeah. What? But we should be makbid anyways, just in case I was. That. I don't know, I'm just saying that's his, it's a chumrah. But over here it's interesting. The Gemara, forget about the Marsha. I had the Marsha. Over here the Gemara says, about carry shouldn't say Hashem's name, which to me means that everybody else says Hashem's name when you read a Gemara. Rabbi Yochanan Sandler, Talmidish Rabbi Akiva, Mishum Rabbi Akiva Omer, Lo yikones lemidrash kol iker. V'amrila lo yikones lebeis hamedrash kol iker. Wow, that's a huge. Nafkamina was just talking about it, Yossi, today, right? Menachem, about a mistake that a person can make if it says, forgot the example you said, something about Shabbos. Migdal and Magdal Yeshuis Malka, he said it said Beis Shin or something. Shin Beis, he says Shabbos, Bekitzer, Shmuel Beis, it says Shmuel Beis, so somebody read Shabbos and he had a thing that on Shabbos you say Migdal, Magdal, Bekitzer, okay, great. Akoparim, so over here also similar. He says, don't learn Medrash. His Talmud here, based on Medrash. So he's like, oh, you should not let it go into the Beis HaMedrash. About carry, not only should he not learn Torah, he can't even go into the Beis HaMedrash. Fine. According to the first Pshat in Rebbe Kiva, he should walk into the Beis HaMedrash, listen to it, but he shouldn't learn Torah. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, and this we mentioned before, Shoinohu behilchos derech eretz. Halachas of derech eretz is very interesting stuff. I recommend it. Open it up, go through it. It's cool stuff. Very interesting halachas there. Hilchas derech eretz is okay. So the Gemara Ma'aser Rabbi Yehuda Sharo Keri v'Yimalech al Gabe Nahar. There's a story. Rabbi Yehuda was walking with Talmidim. Amar Talmid of Rabbeinu Shnei lanu perek echad behilchas derech eretz. Now, why did they ask him to teach them derech eretz? Why not Baba Kama? I think because they knew that he was Balkari. In those days, it was kind of, everybody knew everything. It was like normal. I can't talk and learning now, I'm a Balkari. So he says, okay, so teach us Hilchos Derech Eretz. Yorad v'tova v'shon alem. What? But that was the women. I don't know, the men also? Yeah. We spoke about the women. Everybody knew about the women, that's for sure. And they went to a special Nida hotel, v'chulu. Yorad v'tova v'shon alem. Amr loi. Wait a minute. Loi kach l'matonu rabbeinu. Shoinu b'Hilchos Derech Eretz. Wait a minute, why do you have to be toivel? You told us that Balkari could learn Hilchos Derech Eretz. Yeah, I told other people they could be mekel, but I myself want to be machmer. We're going to see later, but this is not negate to this so much, but there is a concept when you teach Torah, you have to be even more machmer. We'll see that soon. Tanya Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira yoimer, ein divrei Torah mikavlim tumah.
That's okay.
Now, Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira says, no, Torah, there's no such thing. About Keri, doesn't have to go to the mikveh. It's not Mekabel Tumah. So Taisus already asks, not here. Taisus asks, if you look, there's no Taisus on this page. How could Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira say such a thing? Ezra was Masakin for about Keri. That's all he was Masakin. He's talking about Keri. You have to go to the mikveh. Comes Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira says no. So he gives three tirutzim. Either he gave Rishus for future generations to mevatel it, or Klal Yisrael wasn't mekabelit, or he's mechulik. He says Ezra was never geyser it. Fine. But the hara is a very good hara, we have to think about it. Ma'aseh b'talmud echad, shahaya megamgem lemala meRabbi Yehuda ben Beseira. Now, in Hebrew, megam means to stutter. But Rashi says in Amud Beis, on the Mishnah, that megamgem means to go quickly. I'm not sure why he doesn't say it over here in Amud Aleph, and maybe you could be mechalik between Amud Aleph and Amud Beis, because over there he's talking about reading the Torah and being mighty other people, so maybe it's slightly different. Maybe that's why over there he says you have to go quickly, and over here he's just talking about he was about Keri.
Yes.
But that's a problem. Shabbos Kodesh. Okay. Weiter. Ha'ara. No, he just gave me ha'ara. I answered. That's not for everybody else. So this Talmud, so let's say like Rashi, he was moving quickly through the Torah, because moving quickly, you're not saying the words. He's even according to other Rishonim, Megamgem means that he's just what? He wasn't saying it clear. The other Rishonim say literally, he was like mumbling the words, sort of. So it's the same concept, saying it quickly, saying it a little of a mumble. And Rabbi Yehuda tells him, open your mouth, say clearly. We want to hear what you're saying. Because the holy words of Torah are not mekabel tumah. It doesn't matter that you're Balkari, they're not mekabel tumah. You don't have to rush through it. Shenemar haloi choy dvari ko'esh num Hashem. My words are like fire. Ma'esh en mekabel tumah. Avdi Torah en mekabel tumah. Everybody understands that fire has no mamoshus. You cannot. Welcome back, Dr. Factor. It doesn't have mamoshus, memela. Seriously, the picture really hit me right over here. It was in Auschwitz. We're learning Torah now. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. Millions of Yidden died there, and Chai v'Kayim, we're learning Torah. Unbelievable. Avdi Torah and Mikabel Tumah. Kitzer, just like fire can't be Mikabel Tumah, so too Torah cannot be Mikabel Tumah, and he's mechulik on the whole, on everybody else, on this whole list. He's the most mekel on the list. He's all in the bottom. You can learn Torah, and that's what a lot of us do today. Omar, Mitzvah Mishnah v'eni Mitzvah Gemara. You could go into the Mishnah deeply, but not into the Gemara. The Messiah part. Halacha Mitzvah Mishnah v'eni Mitzvah Gemara. Okay. Ketanoi Mitzvah Mishnah v'eni Mitzvah Gemara is machlokes whether or not you could go deeply into the Mishnah, but not into Gemara. You can't go into anything. Who says Zev is a mutar? Anything is mutar. Also, like we said in Rabbi Akiva, Beis HaMedrash, not Beis HaMedrash, you can't even go into Beis HaMedrash, you can't learn anything. Omar Rav Nachman bar Yitzchok. No galmo kanet las sobe. The minhag in the world is to be makel like these three elders. Kir b'loi b'reishis hagez, kir b'yeshua b'klayim, kir b'yudah b'mseira b'divrei Torah. We're going to explain. Kir b'loi b'reishis hagez. What does that mean? The sayir b'loi oimer reishis hagez in a noigel baretz. Rabbi Yehuda holds he's makel that if you have the first shearings of wool from a sheep, go to a kohen, but that's only in Eretz Yisrael. What about Bizman Hazeh? If somebody has a sheep, what happens to the first shearings? They go in the garbage. They're worthless. It's hefker. Nobody cares about it. What's the kohen? You're going to go to a kohen, give him a little shearing? He doesn't want it. So Mela, we don't care. Rabbi Yoshi is makel when it comes to planting kalayim, which are vegetables. The famous Rabbi Yehuda who says, in order to be over on kalayim, you have to plant three things in a row, three things together, such as barley and wheat, that's two, and chartzon. Chartzon is grape, so you need the grape component, but you need two others. So if you have three, then that's kalayim, where everybody else says all you need is one more. You could take a tomato and grape, cucumber and grape, that's kalayim. Rabbi Yehuda says you need three, that's actually a kula, because if you don't have the three, then you are potter. What's the third one? What we just learned until now. The Sanya Rabbi Yehuda b'Meseir Oimer and the Torah mekabel Tumah. The Torah are not mekabel Tumah, and that's a kula. In other words, if you want to learn Torah, then you must. Everybody holds you have to go to the Mikveh. Rabbi Yehuda b'Meseir says no. Bizmanenu, you could learn Torah without going to the Mikveh. It's a tremendous kula. At this point, I want to thank Mishpachas Gruen for the beautiful Sefer Torah they gave us in here, so we can have normal minyanim. It's a tremendous chesed, yishur koyach. What? We can do takana normally, nefilas apayim. Yeah. One day, I was so excited when the first day we had a Sefer Torah, I screamed out nefilas apayim, and everyone's like, yeah, we know it's takana. What I meant, if you didn't understand, I meant to say you could actually put your head down, because until that point, we were sitting down without putting our heads down. All right. Yishur koyach. There's somebody else that came over to me. I forgot who. I think it was you. So I was thinking about writing a Sefer Torah. Also a beautiful thing. But right now, that takes a long time. Right now, we have a Sefer Torah. Givaldi. Kiyasa Zeiri Omar Batlu L'Tfilusa. Zeiri comes along and says, there's no more Tfila anymore. Va'amrilo Batlua L'Nitilusa. And some say what he meant is or said was, the Mevatel Netilos Yadayim. What does that mean? Like we said, Torah is not mekabel tumah. Forget about going to the mikveh, just learn. Like we saw, that you should not look for water to wash your hands to say Kriya Shema, but you still go looking for water, that whole thing, for Shemona Esrei, as long as you're not going to miss Zman Tefillah, because there's no, like Rashi says, there's no Zman Tefillah, meaning it goes for a while. And now we're introducing a whole new concept. Balkeri shenasnu all of Tishah Kabin mayim tahar. Comes the Gemara with the Chiddush. There's something called Tishah Kabin. Tishah Kabin is anywhere between 3.5 gallons to 5.5 gallons. They say in the Art Scroll. Because there are 12 liters to 20 something liters. 2 minutes in the shower. B'zman hazeh, you want to do Tishah Kabin, you don't need to pour it on you physically. There's no halachas like that. All you need is water to pour on you. Anyway, 2 minutes in the shower, Berach. That's Tishah Kabin. That will be mitayr you from a keri, so you can go learn Torah. Says the Gemara, Nochem ish Gamzu, the famous Nochem ish Gamzu, the one who used to say Gamzu l'toiva. The famous story. What's the famous story about Nochem ish Gamzu? It's Motzei Shabbos. He was on the way to the king, and he had all the jewels, and he was going to give it to the king, and then he had what?
jewels. They stole this.
They took his jewels, they buried it, and they took his jewels and they put sand, and then he went to the king and they wanted to kill him, and then they said, no, try it out, and it became weapons. Eliyahu. And then what? Is this week's parasha? And then when he got back to that inn, they saw that he was doing well, so they said, oh, it must be the sand, and he said Gamzul Toiva, he kept on saying Gamzul Toiva, Koman David Rachman Tava, maybe that's Rabbi Kiva. Bekitzer, that's Nachum Ish Gamzu. His Talmud. We're going to see in a second, yeah. Mamish, the next word, says that he's his Talmud. But to finish the story, and then they came to the king with the special sand. They said, we have weapons, and they used the sand, there was nothing, so they got killed. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has his ways. Says the Gemara, Nachum Ish Gamzu l'choshel Rabbi Kiva. Nachum Ish Gamzu told this halacha, as we'll see in a second, this concept of Tishah Kabin, he told Rabbi Kiva. Rabbi Kiva told it to his Talmud l'choshel Ben Azai. Uben Azai yotza ushna l'talmid b'shok. He went and he announced it publicly. Did he really announce it publicly? He might have just said it, he whispered it to a few select people, or he might have announced it in public. What's going on here? There's literally not a seat for you, Ari? Ooh. Well, we do have the galleries available.
They have a chair right there.
There is a chair. All right, beautiful. I appreciate, because I sent out a text right after Shabbos, the Olam should come because my son-in-law is his first time here, and I told him 70, 75 people show up. Tomorrow you don't have to come anymore. He's not going to be here. How many? 90 people tonight? Wow. Mayor, I wasn't lying, Mayor. Manditanishno mishum bitul Torah or mishum bitul purification. You hear what's going on here? Ben Azai had announced this in public and tell the Olam Rabbi say, forget about the mikveh. You're wasting your time. You can't learn Torah. You're not going to be able to learn Torah. Every time you want to learn Torah, I need a mikveh. They didn't have mikvehs in those days like we have today. So guys are not going to learn. He's already pointing that we have to build a mikveh underneath. Okay, I got it. But we're not makbid on it today. Why? Because of bitul Torah. Because if somebody has to look for a mikveh, he's not going to learn. Or mishum bitul purification, he won't be with his wife. Why? Because he's going to say every time I have to run and look for a mikveh, it's impossible. He didn't tell everybody because everybody knows the secret. They'll be with the wives like chickens. Some people hold that you could use 9 kav, and some people say no. Whoever uses 40 saw to go to the mikveh, I guess the Hasidim took this line very seriously, and they say you must go to the mikveh. Now, I'm not knocking Hasidim. I myself, in my house, when I grew up, I built a mikveh for my father. I have pictures to prove it. We had a mikveh in 714 East 4th Street. Look, I'm knocking the guy's door. It's still there today. You don't want to see the picture. It's me learning Torah in the mikveh. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. With my clothes on. But you remember that? He remembers the picture. I'm learning Rebarach Ber. Happens to be upside down, I think. Maybe. Whatever. Exactly. There's a lot of guys in Chicago. A lot of the new homes have mikvahs now. It's a thing. Okay. Other people call it swimming pools. We call them whatever. No, seriously, they have mikvahs. Mikvah / swim and swimming pools. All right, Rishon Levi. Ma tivan shel toiv leishcharim. Says Rishon Levi. What's going on here? Why do people go to the mikvah in the morning? I don't get it. Says the Gemara, Ma tivan. Hayu the Omar bal keri also b'divrei Torah. We just learned yesterday. He himself holds that a bakari is asur. Says the Gemara, why are they makbid to go to the mikveh with 40 saw after Tishah Kabin? All you have to do is jump in the shower for 2 minutes. Says the Gemara, why do you have to dunk your whole body if you just put it on yourself? Or Chanina, Goder, Godol, Godruba. And this is an amazing Maisa. Says the Gemara, it's crazy. The Sanya Maisa Be'echad, Shetova Ishol Edvar Aveira. Says Rashi, we're talking about a woman who wasn't Eish Sish. Eish Sish would be the worst Aveira in the world, and there'll be Mamzeros. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a much lesser Aveira of a Pnuya. Amr Eloi, and she tells him, Reika, what's wrong with you? Bur. Yeshachar Bam Sashat the Toivel Bam. What are you going to do about a mikveh? The guy wants to be over an Aveira, and she throws in the mikveh thing. Miyad, Peirash. Psh. It's unbelievable. What's the pshat? I don't know what the pshat is. I was just thinking. A guy is so machmer. Every day he goes to the mikveh in the morning and this, and he's about to be over Aveira, and they tell him, what's wrong with you? You chab what's going on with you? You're makbid over here, and you're about to be over there. And that woke him up. He realized what's happening to him. And this reminds me of a story in Chicago. It's not a... Yehuda Freilich, everybody knows Yehuda Freilich from Gimel, he was very makbid. He told his guys, you have to be makabel himself one thing. Just be makabel one thing. So this guy's makabel tzitzis. One guy was makabel mikveh. And the owner, the guy at the mikveh, told Yehuda Freilich, he says, I don't know what's wrong with your guys, but they're driving to the mikveh on Shabbos. He's right. So, yeah, there are people that are makbid on mikveh. Mikveh, that's it. All the averos in the world over here, but mikveh is over here. Anyways, that's what I thought when I was learning this Gemara. Miyad par, said mikveh, no, I can't go to mikveh, that's it, I'm not doing any averos. Rabbi Sai. This word Rabbi Sai, I forgot to check it out, but it's not very popular in Shas. And Ravuna is telling his Talmidim, Rabbi Sai means my Rebbes. Rabbi Sai, my Rabbeim. But I don't think they were his Rabbeim. They're the opposite. But anyways, it's a great lashon. Rabbi Sai, this is where it comes from. Why are you so mezalzel in this tefillah? If your excuse is because it's cold, says Ravuna, what's the problem? It's only carry. It's not a real... How much time do we have left? We're running out of time?
17 minutes.
Wow. Okay, sorry. By the way, I just want to make an announcement. If you're not going to be here during the week, next week's share, I think we should change it to 7:15. Like this will be steady for a good month or two at 7:15, and we'll try to be done by 8:30ish. But anyways, just keep in mind that there is going to be a time change next week. We'll keep you posted. Probably 7:15. Maybe 7 o'clock if the oil makes big tsars, but 7:15 I think is a good way. So like this week could be steady for a pretty long time because time is changing rapidly. So anyways, what is he saying? You could be toivel in a bathtub, in a merchatz. You don't really need. You could have shu'uvim. You don't need rainwater in the whole chumrah. Be in a nice warm bath. What's the problem? If cold is such a big problem for you. How can you be toivel in mayim shu'uvim? Right, in those days, think about it. You had a mikveh. How do you make a mikveh hot? Not like today, you run hot plumbing through your mikveh. They didn't have that. So what they do, they took buckets of hot water and poured it in. That's already shuvim. If you're already going to catch it in a bucket, you just made it shuvim. So automatically, that's why the Gemara understands that these mechatzos are already shuvim. You're right. I don't hold like this. You hold that it's usher. I hold it's okay. Reb Zera have a Yosef ba'agno demayo be'mesusa. So Reb Zera was sitting in a bathtub of water, some kli, in a bathhouse. Now think about it. How much water is in a bathtub? Most likely more than 3.5 gallons, which is the shear of 9 kav, or 5 gallons, right? He's not sitting this much water. He's sitting in geshmak amount of water. Is he yoitza 9 kavim by sitting his body in the water, by being in the water, immersed in the water? Why not? Did you go to shir already? Tell me the truth. Did you go to the shir already? I knew it. No, it's not good enough that I'm sitting in this water. I need you to pour the water on me. By the way, Rabbi said, look on the ceiling, you'll see we already have lights. I don't know if you noticed. Those spotlights, those terrible spotlights are gone. Do we have any? Even this one is off. So every day there's an improvement. Baruch Hashem. Says the Gemara, so he tells the Shamish, I need water. Zil v'aisili Tishah Kabin v'shodi elevei. You're sitting inside 9 kavim. What's the problem? It's similar to a mikveh. That what? Just like we have halachas when it comes to tefillah, you have to go into the mikveh. You can't pour 40 saw over your head. Tishah Kabin is its own little halacha called Tishah Kabin. You have to has to pour on you. You can't go into it. It's a different halacha. Says the Gemara, Rav Nachman taking chatzbo bas Tishah Kabin. Rav Nachman instituted. He put in his yeshiva a vessel that's 5 gallons big, whatever Tishah Kabin is, and this is what the yeshiva bacharim or the married guys more likely they would use for carry. So the Gemara, Kiyasar Rav Dimi Omar, Rabbi Kiva, Rabbi Yehuda Glustera Amru. This is an interesting name. Rabbi Yehuda Glustera and Rabbi Kiva, they said, Lo yishanu ela l'choyle la'ointzai. Okay, so now we're introducing this concept called choyle la'ointzai and choyle hamargil. Choyle hamargil means a sick person who brought upon himself the carry, meaning he's married, so he brought it upon himself. Choyle la'ointzai means he wasn't. It had nothing to do with him. It just happened. He became a bal carry. So ointzai, we're a lot more makel with him. We let him off the hook a lot easier. So so he tells him, listen, and this we have to remember for the rest of the daf today, that a Talmud Chacham has a halacha of a chayla. In those days, especially, the people that were learning Torah were much weaker, physically weaker. They didn't get enough. They didn't have the covers. They didn't have the food. They were weaker. So Mela, they have a halacha of a chayla. But they're a chayla amargil. They're a chayla that brought upon themselves deliberately the carry. That doesn't work for them, says the Gemara, according to Rav Dimi. Rav Dimi says, Rabbi Kiva and Rabbi Yehuda Glustera say that if you bring it upon yourself, you need 40 saw. You have to go to the mikveh. You can't use your kli. Omer Rav Yosef, itbar chatz b'dei Rav Nachman. You just broke his kli. You halachically broke his kli. His kli has no value anymore. He has this nice little thing hanging in the base medrash for Bali Keri. You could throw it out because most of the Bali Keri in the base medrash, huh? All right, tell him to come in. Omer Rav Yosef itbar chatz b'dei Rav Nachman. Kiyosar Rav and Omar beusha hava. Now we're going to put the kli back and make it into a kli that works. Bekila the Rav Ishaya, they were in the entrance to Rav Ishaya's house, and they asked the Shaila, also V'shilu the Rav Asi, Omeluhu, if you didn't realize, we turned the page. If you're mamish that immersed in learning, we're on Daf Chav Beis, on Beis, Mesechtes, Chayres. Also Shilu Rav Asi, Omeluhu, Lo Yishanu Elo L'choyle Margil. Aval L'choyle Lo Intzoi. If you're watching, no, okay, we're in Berachos. Fine. So now he introduces a new thing. This chayla la'ointzoi is potter, meaning he doesn't need to be toivel at all because he didn't bring it upon himself. It wasn't from kalos roish. It actually fits in pretty well. Before we said that if you're zav and a metzora, you don't have to go to the mikveh to learn Torah. He says, look, chayla la'ointzoi, he didn't bring it upon himself. It wasn't kalos roish. So memela, he's potter. Fine. However, a chayla hamargil, like a Talmud Chacham, your Talmidim that brought upon to carry themselves, they do need Tishah Kabin. And Mamela, the Kli works very well. Omer Rav Yosef, the same Rav Yosef that broke it before, it's the Mitchatz b'dei Rav Nachman. Now we just fixed the halachically broken Kli. It's a good Kli. Zog the Gemara, what's going on here? Michti kulu ameroyu tanoi b'dei Ezra k'mifligi. What the machlokes? Do you toivel? Do you use 9 kavim? There's a lot of confusion here. Nechzi Ezra hechatakin. What exactly happened? What did Ezra? What was he misakin? What wasn't he misakin? Amar Abaya Ezra takin lebari hamargil arbaim sa. Here, let me see this a second. This one right here. Let me drink from that. Okay. So, could you see this? I don't know if the colors are right. This I did Matzah Shabbos. If there's more time, there'll be better charts. What we have here is like this. This is, according to everybody, According to Abaya and Rava, there's no machlokes right over here. So no, okay, it goes like this. There's the 40 saw and 9 kav. The whole machlokes is, it's not even a hard machlokes, you don't even need a chart, but it seems confusing. The Gemara is, it's not that confusing. Ezra was misakin, according to Abaya, 2 things. 40 saw and 9 kav. And according to Rava, he was only misakin 1 thing. 40 saw. Chacham was misakin 9 kav. That's the machlokes of Abaya and Rava. That's it. The rest is the same. Okay? Everything else, Abaya and Rava agree. This whole chart goes according to everybody. The machlokes is in the 9 kav. Who was misakin 9 kav? Was it Ezra himself that said 9 kav? So, bari hamargil, meaning everybody agrees that Ezra said that if somebody is healthy, not sick, and he brought upon himself to carry, he has to go to the mikveh 40 saw. That's Ezra. Abaya and Rava, everybody agrees that. Now, if he is a bari la'ainsai, it happened, he's healthy, nothing to do with a sick person, a healthy person who had a carry by mistake, by ba'oinus, nothing to do with him, he does 9 kav. But why? Is it Ezra that said he gets 9 kav, or is Chachamim later on that said 9 kav? That's machlokes Abaya and Rava. Then, says Abaya and Rava the same thing, that there's a machlokes, what do you do with a sick person? One man Omar says a sick person is identical to a healthy person. So Memela, a sick person, hamargil, he brought it upon himself, is like a healthy person, hamargil, and therefore it's what? 40 saw. And a sick person, la'ainsai, is like a healthy person, la'ainsai, and therefore what? 9 kav. That's one man Omar, that a chayla is identical to a non-chayla. It's just the question if he's a margil, he brought it upon himself, or he happened by accident. Another man Omar says no, we'll move it over one. If a person is sick, we have to be a little bit more lenient with him. So if he did it on purpose, he should be like a healthy person that did it by accident. And if he did it by accident, it was by accident and he was sick, loy klum. He doesn't go to the mikveh at all. Basically, the other man Omar just pushes it over one step. Let's see inside how that works. Now we'll confuse you. Nice, and we'll mix you up, geshmak. You ready? Amar Abaya. Ezra tiken lebari hamargil arbaim saw. So that's right over here. Ezra was misakin 40 saw. Ubari la'insoy Tishah Kabin. Who was misakin according to Abaya 9 kav? Ezra. Right over here in blue. V'asu amiroi. This is Rav Dimi and Ravin. They were mechulik before, pligi b'choyla. And they have machlokes. What the halacha in choyla? Mar sava choyla hamargil kabari hamargil. Everything lines up. A sick person and a healthy person are the same exact. So memela choyla hamargil. If the sick person brought it upon himself, he's like a bari hamargil, and therefore what? 40 saw. The choyla la insai kibari la insai. A person who's sick is like a healthy person, and if it happened by mistake, he's like a healthy person that happened by mistake. Memela what? 9 kav. Who said it should be 9 kav? Ezra. The chayla la insai potter klum. Did I just skip? Umar savar chayla margil kabar la insai. And the other man Omar is in green. He moves it over one step. That a chayla who did it by himself, since he's sick, he has an excuse. He should be like a person that's healthy that it happened by mistake. And memela what? 9 kav. But if he's a chayla la insai, he's such a nebach, he's a chayla, and it happened by mistake. V'loi klum, he's off the chart. There's nothing here, klum. Okay, Amar Rava. Now Rava comes along and says this identical thing to Abaya, minus the fact that 9 kav wasn't by Ezra, 9 kav is a later takana. But this whole chart is the same. Ezra never spoke about 9 kav. He only said that there's 40 saw for Baal Keri, nothing to do with pouring water over your head. Yes, Ezra was talking 40 saw. It's Rabbana that was talking the 9 kav. And now we have the same exact chart. One man Omar holds, Rav Dimi holds that what? A sick person is like a healthy person. And a sick person that happened by mistake is like a healthy person that happened by mistake, and he gets 9 kav. And if you did it on purpose, 40 saw. And the other mandama says that you push it off a little bit. Since he's sick, you give him a little bit of a break, and therefore he only needs 9 kav, even though he did it on purpose. Tishah Kabin, Gemara says before. But a person who's sick, 2 excuses. He's sick, and it happened by accident. No need for even 9 kav. He learns Torah as is. Amar Rava, listen to this one. So now Rava takes this and he jumps on 2 chasanas. He says that if you're bari and a choila hamargil, it's 40 saw. Great. And then he says, ubari la insoi v'choila hamargil. In other words, not like the green. Rava says, la halacha, I go like this man Omar, that the choila hamargil is like a bari hamargil. That a sick person who brought it upon himself is like a healthy person that brought it upon himself. That's the first man Omar. What should follow, if that's the halacha, should follow that a person who did it, a choila who was by mistake, should be like a healthy person that did it by mistake. But that's not what Rava says. Rava says, now I'm going to take the choila la'insoi and make him like the other man Omar. V'loi klum. So he basically uses a little bit of each shita. Yeah? Again, Rava says that a choila hamargil, a choila who brought upon himself, is like a bari hamargil. You see this white box? It doesn't fit into the green guy. Yet when it comes to a choila la'intzoi, he holds like the green man Omar. So he takes from this man Omar, he takes from this man Omar, and he makes a salad here. Bari hamargil v'choila hamargil arbaim saw, and that's Rav Dimi. Ubari la'intzoi Tishah Kabin, but if a aval choila la'intzoi pater meklum. And that's Ravin. Ravin says that somebody that's sick and it happened by mistake, you don't have to go to the mikveh at all. That's Ravin. So he passes like Rav Dimi by a sick person who brought it upon himself, and like Ravin on a sick person that happened by accident. Tana Rabbanan. Balkari shenasnu olav Tishah Kabin mayim tar. A person's Balkari, and we did the 9 kavis tar. If he's learning Torah by himself, right? The whole sugya, Rabbi say again and again, the whole sugya is about Balkari that's learning Torah. We're not talking about Tumah and other stuff. Torah. If a person is teaching Torah to other people and they explain because he has to be more medayik and in this, he needs 40 saw. Rabbi Yehuda arba'im saw mikol makom. We have to remember this lashon. What does Rabbi Yehuda say? Arba'im saw mikol makom. Mikol makom. What does mikol makom mean? That's what the Gemara is going to explain. You need 40 saw, regardless if you're teaching Torah, if you're learning Torah, you need 4 saw. Mikol makom. Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Shua ben Levi, Rabbi Lazar, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Chanina. We have 4 Tanoim here. Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Shua ben Levi, Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Val, Rabbi Lazar, Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Chanina. Okay, just to confuse us a little bit, it says Chad Mahai Zuga v'Chai Mahai Zuga Areisha. We're going to take one from each group and put them together. We don't know which one, we don't know how, but one and one. One, either Rabbi Yochanan or Rabbi Shua ben Levi, together with either Rabbi Lazar and Rabbi Yossi, Rabbi Chanina. Fine. What do they say? It's on the ratio of what we just learned. That for Torah, you need Tishah Kabin. For teaching Torah, you need 40 saw. Now, the that whole thing, that teaching Torah is different than learning Torah, is by a sick person that brought upon himself. But if it happened by itself, all you need is 9 kav. Even if you're teaching Torah, you need 9 kav because it happened by itself. And the other man, the group of 2, which we don't know the names, they say, regardless, even a sick person who it happened, it's the worst of the worst. In other words, you have 2 kulas. He's sick and it happened by itself, but since he's teaching Torah, 40 saw. Fine. And then, v'chad mahizuga, and another 2 say, chadom ahodom Rabbi Yehuda. It's going on the seifa. It's going in Rabbi Yehuda. What does Rabbi Yehuda say? Again, his words are mikol makom. But he says before that, Arba'im saw mikol makom. Arba'im saw mikol makom. It says before in the Gemara. I didn't have to look right there. Lo shanu el bekarka al bekelim loy. You need 40 saw, and it has to be in the ground, not in a kli. In other words, we have to act like a real mikveh. V'chadamar afilu bekelim nami. You could do it in a vessel. Bishlam mikol makom mean lasuy ma'im shu'uvim. This is amazing chiddush. It has to be in the karka, but it could be with shu'uvim. That's unbelievable. How many minutes are we going already? Really? So we better stop. What do? Let's go to the Mishnah. Fine. Sorry. Let's go to the Mishnah. The amazing story. There's a Zimun. This is like the dream team Zimun. You have Rav Huna Bereder Yeshua, Rav Bar Shmuel, and Rav Papa. Rav Papa, I should be the one benching. Why? The Novel Elevate Tishah Kabin. Because I use 9 kavim for my Tumah of Keri. What are you talking about? You need 40 saw. Why? Because you're teaching Torah to other people. Why? Where are you teaching Torah to other people? Because I did 40 saw. What are you talking about? I should do it. I don't have any Tumah. I don't have not a 9. I don't need 9. I don't need 40. Fine. And one more halacha. Rav Chama tovel b'mali yomi the pischa loitzi ram in the chivason. Rav Chama was being tovel erev Yontif, erev Pesach, in order to be moitzi other people. It's not clear what exactly it was. Maybe he's trying to be moitzi them halal. And he said, I need 40 saw. Either you don't need anything at all, says Rashi, or 9 kav is enough. Have a good dvach. Tomorrow at 7:15, Be'ezra Hashem. Tomorrow morning?